Hi, welcome back to First Chapter Fridays here at the Alameda Free Library. My name is Miss Virginia, and today I'm going to be sharing the I think, two chapters of this book. It's called Black Brother, and it's by Jewell Parker Rhodes. It's a really good read. It kind of addresses racism, social justice. It touches on and a little bit of sports. I was surprised by the sports aspect, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. And again, it's called Black Brother. And I'm just going to read you the inner jacket. I usually do that just to give you an idea of what the story's about. Framed, bullied, disliked, but I know I can still be the best. Sometimes 12-year-old Dante wishes he were invisible. As one of the few black boys at Middlefield Prep, most of the students don't look like him. They don't like him either, dubbing him Black Brother. Dante's teachers and classmates make it clear they wish he were more like his lighter-skinned brother, Trey. When he's bullied and framed by the captain of the fencing team, King Allen, he's suspended from school and arrested for something he didn't do. Terrified, searching for a place where he belongs, Dante joins a local youth center and meets former Olympic fencer Arden Jones. With Arden's help, he begins training as a competitive fencer, setting his sights on taking down the fencing team captain, no matter what. As Dante hones his fencing skills and grows closer to achieving his goal, he learns the fight for justice is far from over. Now Dante must confront his bullies, racism, and the corrupt system of power that led to his arrest. All right, let's read the first chapter. I hope that intrigued you. It intrigued me. Jewell Parker Rhodes is the author, and she's written several other really good books. All right, let me get to the front here. And there's one or two illustrations in the book, but there's the first one. 1. The crime. Black boy. I wish I were invisible, wearing Harry Potter's invisibility cloak, or Frodo Baggins' elvish ring. Whether shrouded in fabric or slipping on gold, it wouldn't matter to me. I'd be gone, disappeared. I stare at my hands, nighttime dark. They have a life of their own, clenching and unclenching. Fist, then no fist. I keep my shoulders relaxed, my face bland. My hands won't behave. No science fiction or fantasy is going to help me. I live in a too real world. Sitting, I stare at the black specks on the white linoleum. A metaphor? That's what they're teaching me in English, metaphor. Except I won't believe I'm just a black speck. I'm bigger, more than that. Though sometimes I feel like I'm swimming in whiteness. Most of the students at Middlefield Prep don't look like me. They don't like me either. I look up. The secretary, Mrs. K, even the assistant headmaster, Mr. Waters, with his tartan tie, avert their eyes. They've been staring, wondering. How come he gets in trouble so much? Why can't he be good like his brother? Helpful, obedient. Under my breath, I curse. My stomach twists. Be invisible. My insides burn, anger builds. This has nothing to do with me. I'm not here. Dante is not here. My right foot taps uncontrollably. If I sit any longer, I'll explode. Dante, Headmaster McGarry says warily. I stand. Sir? Be cool, I tell myself. It's 2:46 p.m. Couldn't you have finished the day without getting in trouble? This isn't the way it's supposed to go down. He's supposed to call me into his office, shut the door, talk privately with me. Now he's scolding me in public. The headmaster's eyelids are heavy, puffy. He's tired, but I'm tired too. Every week I'm punished for something I didn't do. I clutch my left fist with my hand. It's still trying to move, open and shut. My right leg trembles. Mr. Waters smirks. The secretary's eyes show pity. Pity pushes me over the edge. I didn't do anything, I blurt. Like the time before, and the time before that, and the time before that, I didn't do anything. The two men grow taller, rigid. bracing, readying to take me down. They don't like me too loud. I exhale. My dad's been to war, 2 tours. No matter what I do, I'm outflanked. I quiet my voice, try to speak reasonably. In my head, I hear, "Speak truth to power," Mom's favorite phrase. Then Dad adding, "respectfully." I try to still my body, but I feel a trembling in my hands, up my spine. The wall clock's minute hand clicks 2:48 p.m. I hate this school, I say softly, slowly trying to make them understand. Hate no matter what goes wrong, I'm at fault. Some guy overturns a chair, it's my fault. My locker's broken into, my supplies scattered, dumped into the trash, my books ripped. I get detention and a library fine. My voice races, rises. In gym, playing ball, I get called for fouls all the time, but nobody is called when I'm fouled. My hands clench, unclench. Everybody here bullies me, teachers, students, whispers, sometimes outright shouts, follow me. Seems like everybody has something bad to say. You dress thug. Your dreads are dreadful. Girls laugh and point at me. Why can't you be like your brother? Can your brother find you in the dark? I breathe. It hurts, all of it. I stop. My stomach churns. 3 faces. Mr. Waters is grim. Mrs. K, embarrassed by my outburst, looks down, pulling her ear. The headmaster's cheeks flush, his eyes glare. I've lit the fire. I need Harry's invisibility cloak. Need to disappear, escape this bright office with its stacked trophy case and laminated Massachusetts map with a stenciled number 1 above 2 crossed swords. Headmaster McGeary steps forward. You don't get to bring your New York behavior here. You don't get to yell at me or anyone else. I didn't yell at you. Are you contradicting me? No, frustrated, I say, exasperated. You didn't even ask me how I got here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in trouble. You are in trouble. Ask me what I did. He frowns. Ask me what I did. I insist. Nothing. The clock clicks another minute. The office door opens. Dylan, a classmate, stops, looks, walks backward, then shuts the door. Come back, I want to call. 9 minutes until school ends. I didn't do anything, not ever, not today. 7th grade, 6 more years at Middlefield. I suggest you learn to get along. I try to get along. Everyone's been against me since I started, especially Alan. Today he throws a pencil. It hits Samantha. I didn't throw it. Sam screams. Miss Wilson turns from the whiteboard and looks at me. Me, nobody else. And now I'm here and you don't even ask me what happened. You don't care. You don't. I slap angrily at my tears. Mrs. K stands. Her eyes are kind. I think she might comfort me. But the headmaster waves her away, then sighs. Why can't you be more like your brother? Fury, roiling, spasm. It hurts to breathe. Get control, I tell myself. I bend, trying to hide my pain, quiet my hands. Your brother is a good boy. Keep it together. 5 more minutes to go. 3 o'clock. Not fair. Not fair. The words rattle in my head. My backpack is on a chair. I pick it up. I hate this school. Hate our family moved. Hate how people treat me. A murmur, then a roar. I hate being me. Disgusted, I swing my backpack. Bam! Slams at my feet. Call security, says Mr. Waters. Mrs. K backs away. She's scared of me. I cringe. No, the police, the headmaster says. He's done with me. The plan all along, get me out of Middlefield Prep. Chapter 2, The Walk. I'm not invisible. Worst time ever not to have a superpower. School buses, not the yellow kind, are boarding. These buses are called coaches. They even have Wi-Fi and TV screens built into the seats. Parents pick up kids in SUVs, Mercedes-Benzes, and Teslas. Some kids order Ubers, Lyfts, no bikes or skateboards here. All students wear blue blazers with gold buttons. Each blazer has a badge with the initials MP, two swords making an X, and non nobis solum. Seeing me, flanked by cops, the crowd quiets. Even though white plastic circles my wrists, pulling my hands behind my back tight, I keep my head high. There are dozens of people, might as well be hundreds. Folks are snapping pictures, recording videos. By evening, everyone will know the new kid, Dante Ellison, was arrested. Dante! Dante, what'd you do? I scowl. Get out of the way, kid, says the officer, his hand on my back, pushing me forward faster. He's my brother, answers Trey. Bewildered, the officer stops, studies Trey. You have a black brother? Quick like lightning, Alan repeats, black brother, black brother. I wince. The officer opens the car door. My head is pushed down and my body follows, collapsing, folding into the patrol car. The other officer gets behind the wheel. What'd you do? Trey's yell penetrates the glass. I turn from my brother's face. He should know I didn't do anything. The second officer gets in the car. Steel mesh and unbreakable glass separate the front seat from the back. I'm sitting on hard vinyl. There aren't any handles to unlock the back doors. I'm sorry, Dante, I'm sorry. My brother taps the window, trying to get me to look at him. I know you didn't do anything, didn't do a thing. Hey, shouts the cop, rolling down his window. Son, you don't want to get involved in this. Trey stops tapping. I look at him. Miserable, he stands, looking lost on the curb. Even if my hands were untied, there's no tab for me to lower the window. I could shout, it's okay, though I'd be lying. I don't want Trey to feel bad, but I do want him to feel bad. I keep quiet. The car moves. Students swarm behind my brother. Some even run behind the police car as it slowly navigates past gawking people, parked and stopped cars, and limo coaches. Don't want to hurt anybody, the non-driving officer says. Alan slaps the window. Get away, kid, the second officer shouts. I turn away. Alan slaps the window again to make me look at him, as if he knows no policeman will ever arrest him. Hey, black brother! Trey dashes forward, shoving him away, but the damage is done. Pumping a fist, Alan leads his fencing crew. Black brother, black brother! Louder and louder still. They jog on either side of the patrol car. Head low, hands cuffed. I can't escape. Nowhere to hide. Day one, Alan made school miserable for me. King Alan, they called him. Captain of the fencing team. He says black, like a slur. Says it real nasty, like a worse word, a word he thinks, but he doesn't dare say. When he met Trey, he laughed, pointing at me, mocking. Black brother, my new nickname. The whole school seemed to whisper it, or else thought it. Funny how with two words, Alan made it easier for kids to exclude me. If I sat in the cafeteria, students moved. No one invited me to a study group or offered to be friends. No one even wanted to talk with me. Alan, the cool kid, had drawn a line, and sucking up to him, everyone turned against me. Let's go, says the cop. The car picks up speed down the long, tree-lined driveway. Alan and his teammates can't keep pace. Some hunch, catching their breath. Others hold their sides. I twist around, seeing the gossiping crowd, the swarm of cars hearing, black brother, black brother, black brother, black brother, a warped sing-song. Alan waves goodbye. The headmaster stands between two flapping flags, the American Stars and Stripes and Middlefield Prep's blue and gold sword insignia. Trey stands on the grassy area that shapes the circular roundabout. He must be cold. Like me, he isn't wearing a coat, arms crossed about his chest. Blank-faced, he keeps staring at the departing car. Danny, Alan's lieutenant, taunts him, shouts, "What?" in Trey's ear. Trey keeps watching, trying to see my face in the car's rear window. I turn, stare at the traffic, the back of the cops' heads. Black brother, black brother, black brother, black brother. The patrol cars beyond sight, beyond sound, but the chant still chases me. It starts to snow. Crying, my chin touches my chest. Black is not invisible. Jail. This is a satellite station, not as crowded as regular jail. Adults have been grouped together, so you've got your own cell. Safer, said the cop, turning the key. Funny, I don't feel safe, unnerved, threatened. Across the narrow corridor, 6 men are watching me. Some are curious, some stare blankly. Some black, some white, too hateful glare at me. I sit, my back toward the men, studying the concrete wall, like the lines, cracks, and scratched curses are a complicated puzzle. My right leg tremors, bouncing uncontrollably. I want to cry. Get me out of here. I feel like I'm suffocating. Fluorescent lights buzz overhead. There aren't any windows, just an awful smell of bleach mixed with sweat and vomit. My cell is small. A metal toilet is in the corner, doesn't have a lid. Across from me, men can see if I pee, or worse, I'll never go to the bathroom here. Sitting on the stone bench, I feel ashamed, even though I didn't do anything wrong. What'd you do? Asks a gruff voice. There it is, guilty. Even Trey thought I was guilty. What'd you do? I don't want to answer. I hear Dad. Be respectful of adults, even if they're locked up. But Dad's not here to ask. Nothing, I mutter without turning around. Then I add, sir. Nausea rises. I swallow, choking back the nasty taste. I'm confused. A cloud settles over me, making me more anxious and scared. In New York, I had plenty of friends. In Newton, everybody's suspicious of me. New kid, new school. I get pushed around. I get that. I'm not as tall as Trey, not as strong or athletic. None of it's Trey's fault, not really. Yet I wish he was here instead of me. Wish he felt worse than me. I'm not a good brother, I think. I feel worthless. Of all the kids in school, the police found it easy to arrest me. Why was Mrs. K scared? Why did Mr. Waters seem to enjoy my troubles? Worse, why did Headmaster call the police on me? Since I've been at Middlefield, the police never came for anyone else. Is something wrong with me? Mom and Dad say I'm the best son ever, but they say that about Trey, too. I'm going to stop there. So, this is it, Black Brother, Black Brother. It's a pretty intense read, and from what I've read, you can tell it is about a biracial family and one of their sons who happens to be darker in skin tone than the other, and he feels very singled out, and from those first couple chapters you can see that he really is and how it might make a person feel. So it is a very, very good story. There is a sport element to it, but also, like I said, social justice, just thinking about racism and how it, the effect it has on people, families, communities, and all of that. So I highly recommend it. It's a good read, like I said, and she does have other books if you do read this. It is available as an ebook on Overdrive, and I actually listened to it. We have a CD book copy of this, so you can check that out from the library. But if you want to do it online, you have to use Overdrive and do an ebook. So check it out, Black Brother by Jewell Parker Rhodes. I highly recommend it. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.